Hello everyone and welcome back to Car Venus 14. Now today we are going to be carrying on our CSR Racing playthrough on, well, CSR Racing. Now last episode we left off after beating the second crew member of Tier 3 I mean. So now we're going to be moving onwards to Tier 3's third member. So yeah, also if you guys feel as though that video was a little bit out of sync with the details going on between the published date and when I actually recorded it, that's because there was a difference. It's because I actually made that video about 2 weeks ago before the actual release date. But the problem is that obviously with university stuff coming to deadline, I haven't really been able to, find the schedule to really upload it. That's why I planned on uploading it after all my exams decided to end. So yeah, that's why the upload date as well as the actual recording date, it may not correlate, but yeah, we got there in the end. So now we are in the current day, and I do plan on uploading this as soon as possible. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to show you some progress that I've made to the Camaro. Now, you guys will have known that in episode 4, we bought the Camaro ZL1, and now in episode 5, we basically upgraded it, got it to Tier 2, and now we've got it even further. So I actually don't remember the events of that episode because that was such a long time ago. Yeah. We've now gotten our first ever Stage 5 engine. So, well, first ever. I mean, like, our first Stage 5 engine for this car. First Stage 5 part, I should say. So, the engine is now maxed. And next, we're going to be working onto the turbo. Then it'll be the intake. And then we're going to move on to the transmission. Then it'll be the tires, then the body, and then the nitrous. And then we can finally face off later. So, yeah, without further ado, let's keep it going. We're gonna do the crew member race, so we're into Michiko. Now, if you remember correctly, in episode 5, I believe we did actually race against Michiko, but I couldn't do it. But now that we have a stronger car, or a better car, I should say, faster car, yeah. So Michiko is from a long line of nobility, just like me, and she races like $1 million too. Can you afford to keep up? I would say so. I think I can afford to keep up. 502 compared to 431. Yeah, I think this one's in my hands. Damn it. Feathering the throttle in this game is a little bit more difficult than it would actually seem. Ooh, we nearly hit 6th gear here, actually. Nearly. Which means this car is on the verge of topping out. But Michiko's done? Don't celebrate yet, darling. Michiko, my little girl, may be down, but you'll need a lot of upgrades to stay in this fight. I think I've already kind of overkilled myself on the upgrades with the amount of, people that you have. But yeah, now we're gonna face off for Raquiel, or do we want to do? We'll do a ladder race right now. Actually, why not? This is the quarterfinal for the ladder race. So 502 compared to 496. That's a good start. Okay, we won that one. That's 10k. Well, 11 or nearly 12k actually. Wow. So what do we need to get? So 68 multiplied by 2 is 1,136,000, I believe. That's what we need to get to. So yeah, the next race is hard, so we're going to leave that. But we'll move on to Raquel, sorry, I should say. Raquel could have been an Olympic rider, but she prefers to race and stampede over newcomers like you. Does she have a Mustang? No, she doesn't have a Mustang. Missed opportunity right there. Come on, natural motion. There we go. These Tier 3 crew members or Tier 3 racers do like to wheel spin a lot, don't they? Look at me in my wheel spinless Camaro ZL1.
arguably one of the best Camaros ever made. Actually, in my opinion, the best Camaro ever made is probably... My favorite Camaro, I would say, is probably the 5th generation... No, like the 2013, I think, yeah, 5th generation Chevrolet Z28. That's my favorite. Quite a show you put on there for Raquel there. It's quite a show you put on for Raquel there. Still not enough to threaten me, though. Okay. Looks like we need to get a little bit closer to her in order to really threaten her. I don't have the money, agent, so... The daily battles are broken, agent, so, you know. Alright, the next is Benito. I rescued Benito from the streets of Sao Paulo. He pays his debt by testing drivers who want to race me. They all fail. Okay, time to be the first one to succeed then. Man! I really can't get these starts right, huh? It's kind of crazy because I was practicing yesterday and I got all my starts like literally on point. I don't know what's going on today, guys. You're giving me too much pressure now. Alright, about 10k again. And we're nearly at the price we need to get the turbo. Well, the Nouveau Riche wins over Benito. Maybe we'll make a thoroughbred of you yet. Oh god, what? Aleda's hard? Well, that's something I wasn't expecting. Well, I can't exactly do any of these races then. Can't do that, can't do that, can't do that, can't do that. Well, seeing as we're so close to, you know, where we need to get the turbo, I think we're just going to do some regulation races until the end of the actual episode, and then we'll probably call it there. I'll probably race some more off recording, and then hopefully the next time you guys do see an episode will probably be when we take down Aleda. So the next episode, be prepared for that. That's a good start as well. Okay. 66 miles per hour across the line. Alright, we need to get to 136,000. We're nearly there. We're about 11 grand off, which shouldn't be too bad. Next 2 races. There we go. So as soon as I see the oh yes, of course, the number 1 I mean. And there we go. 66, man. The cars are going to keep on coming, guys. The cars are going to keep on coming and getting faster and faster. I already have a tier 4 and a tier 5 car planned as well. Yeah. So hopefully you guys enjoy the cars that I'm using. So let me know in the comment section below if you are watching this series, and if you do like the cars that I'm using, or if there's other cars that you think might be better, then do let me know in the comment section below. I'm just using my favorite cars that I've ever learned to love ever since I was a child playing this game. To be fair, I actually got into cars like fairly late compared to a lot of people. I really only got into cars at around the age of 11, 12 years old. I know most people that have an interest in cars start a lot younger than that. But yeah, I'm actually fairly late to the industry compared to those guys. But yeah, I've always loved cars when I was a child. I've always wanted to, you know, have a career in cars, and that's why I'm doing a mechanical engineering design degree in university right now. So yeah, a little bit about my backstory there for you guys. Not a villain backstory, but you know, it is what it is. And I remember you... Oh, we have a lot of... Well, I'm going to keep going, actually. We've already gone over what we needed to, but I'm going to keep going. And if you guys don't know me that well, I am a very, very, very big I love muscle cars, and it started before, you know, the movies like Fast and Furious, I even saw them. So, yeah. I used to love muscle cars a lot, just because my first ever muscle cars that I actually ever saw were Camaros, and I just loved Camaros. Then, of course, Transformers came out, and I saw that, and I was like, wow, Bumblebee's so cool. And then, of course, Fast and Furious, when I started watching that, there were loads of muscle cars involved in that, so I was genuinely like, oh my god, muscle cars are so cool, and muscle cars are probably my favorite type of muscle car that I do want. Muscle cars are the favorite types of cars that I do want, sorry. Yeah. My favorite obviously being the Chevrolets. Am I more of a Corvette man or a Camaro man? Well, I started my love with muscle cars through the Camaros, and the Camaros were probably the very first. You know, the Camaro was what set it all off, really, for Chevrolet. I mean, of course, you did have the early generation Corvettes, but like the Camaro SS is like an icon in the eyes of a lot of people, and so is the C2 Corvette as well, to be fair, and the C3. But it all started out for me with the Camaros, and it's really sad, but Chevrolet are going to be ending off the Camaro line soon. Yeah, mainly because of, you know, regulations and, you know, the whole world's trying to move to the electric powertrain kind of thing. Yeah, so big boy muscle cars like the Camaro, the Mustang, the Chargers and Challengers. Dodge have already released like a clip of what their future muscle cars are going to look like. So yeah, they're all dying out, but the Corvette is still going to be going, at least this C8 generation. So, you know, the C6 is probably the C7 Z06 is probably my favorite Corvette of all time. In a close second place, I would say it's the C6 ZR1. I really like the C6 ZR1 and the C7 Z06. They're both brilliant cars in my opinion. I just can't decide which one's better. They're both equally great. I will wait. Can we afford an intake? Yes, we can. Like that. And then I can't exactly grab myself the transmission. No, I can't. I need to get to 82k for that. But, well, guys, that's basically it for this episode. That's effectively 2 more parts bought for the Camaro, a new turbo, which feels wrong, and a new intake. So those will go to stage 5. Then we just need to get towards the transmission, the tires, the body, and the nitrous, which is going to take an absolute age, especially the nitrous. But, yeah, so when I see you guys in the next episode, we will have a fully maxed out Camaro ZL1, and we can finally move on to beating a Lada. So, yeah, until then, I will see you guys very, very soon. I hope you all have a lovely day ahead of you, or maybe you've even had that lovely day today, depending on where you're watching this. But yeah, see you all very, very soon. Goodbye.